Namaskar viewers. Hello and welcome to the special broadcast on Sansad TV. I am Namrata Singh. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has played a significant role in the aerospace sector. It is considered the backbone of Indian Air Force and the defense sector. HAL, a leading PSU, has witnessed a remarkable growth in manufacturing capabilities. And recently, it's been in headlines for achieving its highest ever revenue from operations. To discuss HAL's future initiatives and its contribution to India's goal of self-reliance in the defense sector, we have with us a very special guest. He is Chairman and Managing Director, HAL, Mr. CB Ananthakrishnan. So welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So let me begin by congratulating you on HAL's record revenue, which has surpassed over 29,800 crore rupees in financial year 2023-24. So what factors do you think have contributed to this substantial growth?
Yeah. At the outset, madam, I just want to thank Sansad TV for having given this opportunity and also showcasing HAL's performance in the recent past. As you have been telling, we have achieved the record turnover in the last financial year, that is 23-24, and with a provisional figure of almost 29,800 crores, which represents almost 11% growth over the corresponding period of last year. So this indicates that for more than almost 10 years, this is the first time that HAL could achieve a double-digit growth, and on a bigger sort of a base, which was last year it was 26,600 or around 600 crores, and today it has become to 29,800 crores. And we are sure that with the years to come by and with the sort of order book position, this will keep on growing year after year, and we are confident that we will be able to improve on our performance in the next financial year as well. As far as this operational revenue of 29,800 provisional, which is still to be audited, is concerned, we could achieve this because of a variety of reasons. One being that we are into the entire gamut of the product life cycle, whether it be the production, both from the production of new aircrafts and then the upgrade of aircraft and the supply of spares and the major activity of repair and overall. So since all this has different verticals which has contributed to the revenue growth of this magnitude with a double-digit growth, and with the order book position looking quite good, we are sure that we will be able to continue the performance.
Right, sir. And talking about reforms in the defense sector, so India has always envisioned self-reliance in this sector. How are we and HAL in particular realizing this dream?
Yeah, in fact, I would say that we had been at the right time that this importance of self-reliance has been realized, especially in the current geopolitical situation. It is all the more important that we need to become self-reliant so that to protect the country's integrity. And as far as HAL's preparedness is concerned, as you know that 10 years back we were more into licensed production, yes. And in the last 10 years we had a continuous flow of indigenously designed and developed products, and today we have a very wide product profile where starting from the trainers to the helicopters to the fighter helicopters and then to the fighter aircraft, we are into the all the segments of the defense aircrafts. So we will be in a position to deliver all of these indigenous design and developed products in the years to come, and this would mean that there is going to be a self-reliance in the defense requirements of the country, which will be able to satisfy to the ultimate satisfaction of all our customers and the needs of our customers.
And so talking about this licensed production, you know, our viewers would like to know more about HAL and its journey from HAL shift from licensed production to developing indigenous products.
Yeah, rightly so, because we were one of the companies which we had our own design and developed the fighter aircraft way back in the 60s. And in the 70s and 80s, while we still have been manufacturing those aircraft, there has been, due to strategic reasons, there has been a need to procure the fighter aircraft from foreign countries. Absolutely. So this would have put the design and development program at a backseat because of the need of the hour those days when it was geopolitically sensitive and we need to do that. But subsequently in the 80s and 90s, we started our own programs. The LCA program came somewhere in the late 80s or in the early 90s, and similarly the advanced light helicopters Dhruv, which we have been doing, which has also been started in the 80s. And even though the initial 2-3 products took us little more time to design and develop, we had the experience and the expertise which we had with developing these two aircrafts will stand us in good stead in developing the future platforms. Similar thing has happened, as the experience has been that in the last 10 years, what we have gained in LCA and LCA Tejas as well as the ALH advanced light helicopters have resulted in faster design and development of the subsequent category of helicopters, like for instance light utility helicopter, light combat helicopter Prachant, and now we are in the process of developing the light utility helicopters, and the similar way the next category of bigger category of helicopters, IMRH medium role helicopters, which is a 12-ton category. All this would mean that the capabilities of the country and the capabilities in-house with the HAL have all expanded in a very big way, so that we will now be able to turn over our own indigenous design and developed products in a much faster way than what it used to be in the past. So this would really enhance the capabilities, defense capabilities of the country as well, in general, and HAL in particular.
Yes, sir. Sir, talking about the defense capabilities of the country, how would you define HAL's contribution to India's defense exports and its achievements in terms of exports?
Yeah, while for till 2-3 years back, our focus has always been to serve the Indian defense customers, and we have been quite successful also in doing that. Now the focus is slightly shifted, and we also wanted to become a major global player in the export market.
Exactly.
And with the sort of indigenously designed developed products which is in our product profile as of now, we are in a better position to offer to the foreign countries a complete product profile, whereas earlier it was only licensed production where there is not much scope of exports. Yeah. But today, since being with our own products, there is a bigger profile which we can offer, and this has enabled the lot of countries to we have got the leads from many countries, and I am sure that with the leads which we are having, we will be able to convert these into business contracts in the shortly, and 1 or 2 breakthrough orders will open up the entire global defense market for HAL and for country as a whole.
And so, going through the order book of HAL, I figured that it's full for the coming few years. So, what kind of products is HAL making for the market as well as for the Indian Air Force?
See, I would not say the order book position is full. The order book position is healthy.
Yeah.
HAL is capable of producing much more because we have got the capacities to produce as well as the capabilities are there to produce. So, the order book as of today, as on 31st March, it stands at somewhere around 94,000 crores.
Oh, and that's a great figure.
Yeah, and with the sort of orders in the pipeline where there is a very clear visibility, there will be another 1 lakh crores accretion will happen in the next 1 year time frame. Okay. And beyond that, there is another 1 lakh crores of orders which will also now with the 97 Mark 1A LCA, which will also materialize. So all in all, the order book position will keep growing at a very healthy rate. But at the same time, HAL is also very conscious of the fact that these orders have to be executed well within the delivery schedule timeline, and for which we are enhancing our capacities both in the fixed wing segment for the production as well as in the rotary wing segment. We keep expanding our capacities so that we meet the delivery timelines. Besides, we also encourage a lot of private industry to participate along with HAL, so that the speed at which we can deliver the aircraft will keep going up. And all in all, we wanted to ensure that both on the quality front as well as on the delivery schedule front, we are not going to be criticized anymore.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And sir, are there any challenges you face while dealing with the private sector in?
No, I would not say challenges. As you know, that this aerospace and defense industry is a industry where with a long gestation period, yes, people will have to have the patience. But definitely HAL has been in the business of associating with the private industry, not now, even 50-60 years back, yes, when we were outsourcing many of our products to the private industry. And as you are aware, some of the private tier 1, tier 2 suppliers of HAL in the past, yes, have today become listed companies and are globally, recognized companies. So the ecosystem has been developed favorable,
yes.
And definitely HAL also has been very happy that we could develop the suppliers, tier 1 suppliers who are now globally competitive and who are performing equally, well or even better than HAL, which is a great amount of satisfaction to HAL. Yes. And not only that, we with the sort of the need of the hour, which is that self-reliance and becoming independent, totally self-reliance in the current geopolitical situation, there is a need for an active private industry also to participate, and HAL will be actively involving with them, hand-holding them, and see to it that they also become quite competitive, because with the if the sort of requirements with the country is in need, we need to be finding a place for the private industry as well. Everyone has got enough space, and HAL will see to it that they also be successful.
Very rightly said, sir. And HAL is now a company to be reckoned with globally. How will global partnerships like those with GE USA boost India's aero engine manufacturing ecosystem towards self-reliance? What does it mean for India?
You see, there is one area which in the aerospace and defense industry where we were not very comfortable was on the engine technology.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so engines have always been imported engines. Yes, we did have 1 or 2 projects, but which have not been quite seen the end of the day. Okay. But so we really wanted to see how to rather bring this technology into the country, and that is where the partnerships with Safran and GE is going to play a big role in bringing the engine technology to the country. Today, as it looks like, as far as Safran is concerned, we are wanting to collaborate with them to have a joint development, design and development of an engine which is required for the IMRH program, and for which the IPR will remain within the country, which is one of our major objectives, and the technology also will be developed within the country. Right. Now, as far as the GE engines is concerned, which will be powering the LCA Mark II aircraft, yes. 414 engines, almost 80% of the technology will be transferred under TOT to the country, and with which HAL will be manufacturing. This is going to be a leapfrog in as far as the engine technology is concerned. So we will be, the country as a whole will be in a position to absorb all these technologies, which will become the baseline and which will enhance the capabilities to develop our own engine in future. So these two engine collaborations are going to play a big role for the engine development programs which the country is anticipating for the next 2-3 decades.
2-3 decades. Yes, sir. We are talking about indigenous capabilities and improving our aero engine manufacturing. How significant is Tejas project, particularly the Tejas Mk2 for HAL's future?
See, I would say more than HAL's future, it is the country's requirement.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
So, but today with the sort of capabilities which is being developed by our contemporaries, it is all the more important that we also enhance our capabilities as far as these fighter aircraft programs are concerned. Now, as we have graduated from LCA Mark I to Mark 1A with additional combat capabilities, and we are further enhancing the combat capabilities in Mark II, which is going to be a very significant aircraft to power the and support the Indian defense forces from the adversaries. So these programs is going to really make the country capable, as well as the country's defense preparedness will be quite strong. And with this being on the pipeline, and with the other program of AMCA, Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, is also being in the pipeline, I think in the next 10-year time frame we will have the fighter aircrafts in all categories which can really go and strengthen the country's capabilities.
So, what are the opportunities and challenges for Indian manufacturers to strengthen technological capabilities and innovation?
Yeah, see, the challenges, I would say that first of all I will talk about the opportunities, because with the sort of policies which has been recently come out, and with the need of self-reliance, there is going to be tremendous opportunities opening up for the Indian defense industry. It is how well we are going to make use of it. And these opportunities, of course, any new opportunities which come up and which is of this complex nature, because developing a fighter aircraft and the fighter programs is not an easy affair. Is definitely going to be accompanied with the challenges as well. These challenges, one of the major challenges would be the sort of timeline which which people will have to invest and wait till the product from the conceptual stage till it is getting commercialized and it is being delivered. So there will be a long gestation period, and this is one of the things which a private industry also will have to factor that while they are going to enter into this industry. And besides the capabilities as such, with the ecosystem already being developed within the country and which has been there in the last few decades, which has been slowly developing, and today it is quite strong. I think our industry is capable of not only meeting the requirements of the country but also play a very major role in the global market, which many of the private industries as well as the public sector has already been into that.
Exactly, sir. Like as India's vision of being a global hub for manufacturing. So India's startup ecosystem has risen to prominence globally, and with an outstanding presence in defense startups. How can HAL collaborate with these young innovators?
In fact, this is one thing which HAL has become very conscious in the recent past. We knew that the startup ecosystem is going to be a very major ecosystem as far as this industry, aerospace and defense industry is concerned. So we have started realizing that, and we have also started earmarking a portion of our profit to invest in the startups so that the startup ecosystem becomes very strong. Absolutely. Almost 2% of our profits annually is a fund is being created for the startups to to support the startup to come out with innovative ideas and innovative products. So already we are into that process, and in the days to come we will engage with the startups in a very big way, because the sort of new systems which we wanted to indigenize, we will be more collaborating with the Indian startups to see that these things are happening, and we will also handhold them, and we have started towards this. We have signed sort of collaborative agreements with many of the hubs which has been like a Telangana hub, and then the the Defense Innovation Organization. So we are trying to invest money, and we are trying to encourage the startups to come and work with HAL.
So sir, what are HAL's future projects?
As of now, we are into all the segments of the aircraft. Like helicopters, we have got some new projects coming up. In aircraft, we have got the new projects, as well as in the trainer segment. For instance, in helicopter segment, if you take already LUH project, that is a light utility helicopter, is something in the final stages of operational clearance, which will be a major production program for the future. And the second is that the new program which has been launched, that is at Indian medium role helicopters, IMRH, which is a bigger program of the helicopters, which is almost a 12-ton category. So this is something which will also be seen as a replacement to the Mi-17s. So this program has been recently launched, and that is where the joint venture with Safran for the joint development of engine has already been initiated. So this is on the as far as the IMRH, and of course the utility marine helicopters for UHM, we call it utility version of maritime, which is for the Navy. This is another major program which we have recently launched, and which will get into the meet the requirements of the Navy. So these three broad categories are as far as the helicopter research and development is concerned. Right. And when it comes to the fighter aircraft, as you know, the Mark 1A is on the advanced stages of. In fact, we have started certifying the systems, and we should commence the delivery anytime now. Now, as far as Mark II is concerned, between Aeronautical Development Agency, which is part of DRDO, and HAL, they are the lead design agency, and HAL is also supporting them in the design development, and we will be building the prototypes as well. And that is where the TOT with the GE engines of which is being manufactured by HAL comes into play. So these LCA Mark II is another major program which we are envisaging now. Of course, the next generation fighter aircraft SAMCA program is also commenced now, with ADA being the lead agency, and HAL again will be supporting them. So broadly, these are the programs which is on the fixed wing as well as in the rotary wing.
Absolutely.
And apart from that, we are also trying to have the program what is known as the realizing the need for the futuristic combat platforms, that is the CATS program, as we call it, Combat Air Teaming System, which is a combination of manned and unmanned system. That is another program which we feel that it is going to we will be able to realize it in the next 5 to 6 year time frame. So broadly, these are the major programs which we are thinking at present.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, what's your assessment of India's potential to become a leading defense exporter in the future, and where does HAL fit into this vision?
With the sort of thrust which is being given today on developing the indigenous design and developed products, and the need for self-reliance, which is already we have talked about, I think India is going to be one of the major players as far as the global exports are concerned, and the product range is increasing day by day. And HAL, as we know, as you know, that on the aircraft segment, we are one of the strongest contenders in the global aerospace. And as far as land systems, there are other private industries which are also doing quite well. And all in all, I feel both the public and private sector, and in all segments of the defense requirements, whether it be in air or whether it be in land systems or whether it be in unmanned aircraft, we are going to play a very big role. The country is going to play a very big role, and HAL, I am sure, will be able to become one of the major exporters of fighter aircrafts and helicopters in the next 5 to 10 year time frame.
So, thank you for this wonderful conversation. It was an informative and insightful discussion. Well, viewers, that is all I have for you in this edition of Samvaad Exclusive. Stay tuned and thank you for watching Sansad TV.